Hey, it's me, GV, and welcome back once more to Let's Play Fallout New Vegas. In the last episode, we made our way to the Retcon facility where we met Jason Bright, and he has informed us... Okay, I wanted to get a sneak shot off, but that's not going to happen. He's informed us that him and his ilk, who have a lot of religious subtexts, are trying to take a great journey, but they're halted by these things, the Nightkin, which are super mutants, basically, that utilize stealth boys to go invisible and hit me in the face with rebar clubs. So we're in the basement of the Retcon facility now, and we need to take out all of these Nightkin. And I can hear one walking in this room directly to my right. So we will continue the hunt on these Nightkin. How did that miss him? And he is still invisible. Whoa, wow, this guy has a weapon. Okay. Nightkin Jailer. So this guy's a bit of an upgrade. Where are you going, buddy? I know you have something important. You have a different name than your pals. Okay, what do you have? Flamer Fuel, Jail Key. And that's all we really want from that guy. Yeah, so still no quest marker. And I forget if you really do need to kill every single one of these Nightkin. Something's telling me that you do. Something's also telling me that we're going to need that jail key for something. Let's go through here, though. Let's see where this leads. There's a terminal, but I don't think we can access it. Nothing over there. And a conductor we will take. Because I have a feeling you do need some of this stuff for something later on, but we also might have enough repair skill for it anyways. But yeah, I'll take anything that sounds like a conductor, superconductor, module, etc., etc. Alright, let's head down here. And through here. So that's what we needed the jail key for. Okay. Let's see, we have a door on our right, we have a door on our left, we have a door over here, which opens with the jail key. We have another door over here. So many options. Although that one doesn't lead to anything. Going to guess that this one doesn't lead to anything as well. Nope. What about door number 3? Nope. Actually. What is that up there? A Nuka-Cola bottle? No. Okay. So, looks like we want to head through here. Not seeing any Nightkin so far. Another dead. Ooh, a ghoul prisoner, actually. Bright Brotherhood robe. Doesn't really have anything that we want. What about in this room? No. There is an intercom, though, but we cannot activate it. So this is the only other door, and nothing is inside of it. Okay. Okay, that scared me, but it was just me colliding with those barrels. Alright, you know what? I think we need to come down here later and talk with that intercom. For now, I will head back. Alright, so we have that neutral blip that we saw in the last episode right behind this door. And it looks like it's a Nightkin. He looks a little bit different, though.
Antler says, you are the one killing my kin. Antler says, you must die.
Oh, that's right. I figured that was going to happen. So I remember there was some weird thing about this. This guy's named Davidson. I think you need to go to this guy first before you kill any Nightkin. And he said Antler says you must die. He's talking about that cow skull directly to his right. So yeah, I think... Yeah, in fact, I know. We would have been able to solve this peacefully, but I forgot, unfortunately. I believe he tells us to get, like, medicine or something that will help his Nightkin pals, and then they stop, or they leave, or something like that. Okay, but we need to heal up. Yeah, we are running really low on stim packs, which is bad. Oh, and he just crippled. Okay, okay. No. This is really bad. This is really bad. Okay, go. No, stop reloading. Jesus Christ. Okay, let's use doctor's bag. And let's use... this is a bad situation. Alright. This guy's taking, like, not a lot of damage, so... We really need to use, like, these... Yeah. We really need to use, like... Okay, stop going in the menu, please. These corners so that we can shoot him when he turns the corner. Okay, yeah. Antler, I have failed you. That was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. Report to Jason Bright that the Nightkin are gone. Ant meat. Bumper sword. Oh yeah, Davidson's key. frag grenade. So we got a pretty sweet melee weapon that I totally forgot existed in this game. If we go to weapons and we go to bumper sword and put that down there instead of our broad machete, it is a sword made out of, I believe, a car bumper, hence the name. And it's pretty badass. There's Antler. I don't think we can take him, but we will hopefully shove him off. Yeah, screw you, Antler. But basically what was going on with that was that thing was telling him what to do because he was freaking insane. Alright, so Davidson's key. Let's activate this electrical switch, which is going to open up some stairs down here. I don't think I want to go down here. Because I think this deals with if you go that route where you talk to Davidson first and he tells you to go get something. Yeah, so for now I'm just going to head back to Jason. Alrighty.
Is the way clear?
The demons are gone.
Praise the Creator, and bless you, Wanderer. The way is clear. I will lead my flock through the basement to the sacred site. I hope you will come find us there, Wanderer. There is much to be done.
Okay. I'll play along for now. Head to the Repcon basement and talk to Jason Bright about what comes next. So it looks like they are all scrambling to get to the basement. And you might have seen it there just a little bit, but they put on a spacesuit. We'll definitely see that later. That guy doesn't have one, though. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump over here. I'm going to be much faster than these guys. Oh, also notice all the delicious gore on the floor. Totally intentionally rhymed that, which those ghouls were feasting on. Very similar to zombies, if you didn't already get that correlation. Speaking of, The Walking Dead this season, you know what? I liked it a lot. Not to get too off topic, but I'm a big fan of The Walking Dead, and there's been some lulls where it's lost me. But it keeps bringing me back, and I'm like super excited for next season. Anyways, okay, I don't know where it wants me to go because the only places we've seen so far have really been dead ends. But we will follow this map marker to the best of our ability and lead and get led to a dead end. Go figure. Okay, hopefully this, yeah, hopefully we just want to keep going down, I guess. No, because this leads to a different section, doesn't it? No, it doesn't? Okay. Okay, let's take a look at our local map, I guess. Local map. Yeah, see, I don't know how the hell I'm supposed to get over there, but I'll try. Oh, right, we're supposed to go where Davidson was and head down these stairs, and there should be another door, right? Yes. Okay, this is all coming back to me now, yes, okay. So, you know what I picked up when I picked up that scrap metal and all that stuff, we don't need it for this quest. We need it for something else. And I always get those two quests mixed up because they both deal with places that are similar to this, like facilities. And you'll see what I mean when we get to that quest. But the reason I have the scrap metal and the sensor modules and the conductors and all that stuff is not for this quest. Alright, so we have a door here, which there should be a ladder behind. No? Okay, it's like a broken generator. There's the ladder that I was talking about. So actually, we could go ahead and do that prematurely. Actually, let's do that, yeah. So let's go, yeah, this leads to the Mojave Wasteland. Let's go ahead and climb out. Alright, so now we're back outside, and there should be, if I'm remembering this right, if we go out to here, I may be totally misinterpreting this, but I thought if you exit that ladder... Oh, right, okay. Wait, no? What is this stuff? Steady, that's a drug, cat eye, and absinthe. Okay, I may have been wrong, but I could have swore... Is it behind this rock? No? Okay, that's what I get for prematurely jumping the gun. Well, I guess you could treat this as a little Easter egg here. This dude's just like tripping on drugs in the middle of a irradiated bubble pit. Alright, so we're gonna head back down. And now we will head to the quest marker, which is behind door number 1. How's it going, Jason?
I waited to speak with you one last time before I descended to the launch pad, Wanderer. I want you to know that we will remember for all eternity how you delivered us to the threshold of the great journey. Our preparations are nearly complete, But the rockets that will carry us to salvation are yet missing vital components.
Oh, right. How could I forget?
If you would still help us, Wanderer, speak to Chris. He can tell you what is missing.
I know what's missing.
There is no way that we can thank you enough, Wanderer. Your arrival here was a blessing. We will remember you always.
Are you seriously going to make your great journey on those rockets?
Yes. The rockets will convey us to our promised land in the far beyond. Vision upon vision has confirmed it.
Those rockets will convey you and your flock straight into the ground.
I understand your concerns, friend, and I thank you for voicing them. But the Creator's will for us has been made manifest.
Goodbye, Jace. Actually, let's talk about Chris.
After all that you have done for us, I suppose you deserve to know everything. When Chris came to us, we tried to convince him that he was human. But this only angered him. He seemed lost. We decided to let him stay with us for a few days, over the course of which we learned that his technical skills far surpassed our own. It became clear that the Creator had sent him to us, to ensure the success of the great journey. Equally clear was that Chris should labor in blessed ignorance of his humanity, and his inability to make the journey himself. It is no coincidence that two humans have been vital to the success of the great journey. It is my belief that the Creator sent you and Chris to expiate the sins of your kind against mine. Your redeemers both.
You know what? I'm not really a religious guy at all, actually, but I always did respect the Jason Bright character in this game. So you're gonna leave Chris behind?
Such is the Creator's will. Vision upon vision has shown me that were Chris to accompany us, he would die in minutes. The radiation around the launch pad alone would kill Chris in minutes. The radioactivity of the far beyond is much stronger.
Well, it's none of my business.
Chris shall be declared the saint of the great journey before we depart. I hope this will ease his sadness.
Goodbye, Jason.
There is no way that we can thank you enough, Wanderer. Your arrival here was a blessing. We will remember you always.
I'm not one to believe in fate. Okay, so we need to talk to Chris. And I will steal this stim pack. I don't even care. Even though, of course, it wasn't technically stealing. Oh, you know what? This is probably the manhole. Oh, we can't actually activate it. Okay. So where in the world is Chris? There he is.
Hey,
Was he always there?
Jason says that I am to cooperate with you on the final tasks necessary to launch the great journey.
How can I help?
I was close to completing work on the rockets before we were driven into hiding on the top floor. 2 components were missing. A quantity of isotope 239 igniting agent, and a set of thrust control modules. The igniting agent is highly radioactive and decays quickly. That's why we can't use the drums that leak down on the launch pad. It's no longer potent enough. I need you to find an intact, shielded container of the igniting agent. As for the thrust control modules, they were custom built for these rockets. They won't even launch without them.
I'll track down the igniting agent.
Very well. We don't need a huge amount. 2 to 3 liters should be enough.
Okay. Can you give me any tips for my current task?
Repcon has been ransacked so many times by scavengers, it's hard to know where the components might turn up. If they turn up. Jason has mentioned some industrial ruins to the east that are supposed to be highly radioactive.
Time for me to go.
Later.
Okay. So, I might be wrong, but I don't think I am. Let's go into data, look at the quest, find atomic fuel for the rockets. Yeah, so he's looking for a shielded container. Oh,
Hey.
scared me a little bit. That's the spacesuit that I was talking about. He's looking for a shielded container. What is in here? There's a radioactive sign on the outside. 7 bottle caps. What is this thing? I do not know. This is a reloading bench, though, which we haven't seen, but it basically allows you to make ammo. Yeah, so he said he needed a a shielded container of rocket fuel isotope or something like that. I believe there is a way to do this, and I'm going to go try it out. I might be wrong, but I don't think that I am. Yes, so this was a correct memory. If we head back to Cliff Briscoe at the... what is this place called? The Dinobite gift shop? We have a science option. Science 40. Is there radioactive material in your rocket souvenirs?
Well, I don't really know. Would that sour you on buying one if it did?
Actually, I'm going to need 5. So,
Sure thing.
yeah,
Have a
we
look.
need to go to miscellaneous, and we can buy... let's find that rocket souvenir. Rockets, there we go. Rocket souvenir, and he actually has 5 for sale. Wait, no, it's 1 for sale? Whoops, okay, then what we're going to do is cancel the transaction, and get out of here, go into sneak, open this door. Oop, he actually detected us when we did that. Close the door, though, and now we are hidden, and now we're going to steal 5. Or we can take them, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't ask me how I know it's 5, but it is indeed 5. Return to the rocket facility and give the fuel to Chris Haversam. And that's exactly what we'll do. Alrighty.
Have you found the components we discussed?
What about these rocket souvenirs? The stuff inside glows.
Yes, that's isotope 239, all right. And there's enough here to launch the rockets. Now all I need is the thrust control modules.
Can you give me any tips for my current task?
Scavengers wouldn't know the value of the modules just by looking at them. If you know any junk dealers in the area, I'd start there.
And luckily, I do know where there is a scrap dealer. Hopefully it does give me the map marker directly to them. We will see. Alright, so if we head back to Novak, which is right there, you can see Dinky the dinosaur, and if we walk along the road that's going towards that tower in the distance there, which we will deal with later on, we will come across Gibson Scrap Yard. And here we have Old Lady Gibson.
Hi there. I'm Old Lady Gibson, or so they tell me. I've got odds and ends for sale, and I'm pretty good at fixing things, too. You might have noticed the very large building just north of here. That's Helios 1.
Yeah. I'm kind of on a time limit here, lady. Do you have any thrust control modules from RepCon in stock?
As it so happens, I do have some thrust modules, but they're expensive. 500 caps worth of expensive.
That is indeed expensive. We don't have the speech or barter. Do we not even have 500 caps? I think that's why it didn't even let me say sure or something. Where does it say our caps? Yeah, we actually only have 341. So, what we can do is go into sneak and go into the Gibson scrapyard through the garage door, and there should be a chest in here. And unfortunately, I hate to do it this way, but I also would really not prefer to... I also would really not prefer to spend 500 caps just to complete this quest. So, there should be something locked. It may be actually in the scrapyard itself. Let's see if we're not finding, like... Actually, here we go. Metal box locked average. That's what we want. Let's see if we can find that sweet spot. There it is. Thrust control modules. And we've lost a little bit of karma, but it's okay because we will more than make up for it. Alright, so once again, we need to head back to Chris. Alrighty, Chris.
Have you found the components we discussed?
I found the thrust control modules.
Indeed you did. And they seem to be in excellent condition.
The rockets are set to go, right?
Yes. I'll tell Jason that the great journey can begin.
Talk to Chris Haversam to begin preparations for the rocket launch.
We have everything we need to launch the rockets, Jason. The great journey can begin.
Okay, so you can see all of... Well, you can see Jason Bright there. And,
Gather all. May the Creator guide my words and help me speak true. The Almighty Creator has seen fit to answer our prayers. The time has come for us to board the rockets and begin the great journey. Though it may seem that all humans despise us, the Creator has seen fit to instruct us differently. The journey ahead would have been impossible if not for the intercession of two human friends. One new, the other a long, abiding companion. To our new friend, we say thanks, and promise never to forget how he cleared from our path the demons who sought to stay our journey. To Chris,
Hey.
we owe more than thanks. Chris, you have made this great journey a reality. From this moment forward, you will be remembered as the saint of the great journey. We shall never forget you. I ask that you forgive us, Chris, and give us your blessing. And we bestow ours upon you. Seekers, board the rockets. Take your seats. The great journey awaits. To the promised land we go. To the far beyond.
Evening. Hey,
Okay, so they're gonna head into the rockets. The quest is still not done. What does Chris think about all this?
did you hear him? My God, you were right all along. I'm no ghoul. They were just using me.
They'd take you if they could, Chris, but you'd die.
And dying would be worse than this? Used up and thrown away like garbage?
They're going to revere you as a saint, Chris.
Oh, so I've redeemed the human race, is that it? What a crock. The human race can't stand me.
That's not true, Chris. You're all right.
So, you want me to accompany you on your adventures across the wasteland, is that it?
Well, I didn't say that. There's a little town called Novak down the road.
Life among humans again? That's what you're suggesting? I guess it's the only chance I've got. Maybe it'll be different this time. I was never a saint before. I can't believe I'm agreeing to this, but I'll give it a try. You go launch the rockets. I'm on my way to Novak.
So if you're evil, you can convince him to actually sabotage the rockets, and they'll crash into each other or something, and they'll all die basically, which is terrible. But we are not evil. So what we need to go, head up to the viewing platform and complete the launch sequence. So I will head up there. Okay, so basically I just went to the test site where they were all at when we first saw Jason, and you head through a door, and here we are. We can see that dome that we saw when we entered the Repcon facility area, I guess we should say. We have a launch button, but we also have a navigation console. The console seems to have something to do with the course plotted for the rockets, but you can't make heads or tails of how it works. Science 55 required. Leave the console alone. Very unfortunate that we're not able to mess with that, but basically what happens is you can set it so that the rockets collide with each other. If you're evil, you can basically do the same thing that Chris is going to do. Or you can also help them by increasing the accuracy of the trajectory by a certain amount, and then you get better karma. But we'll have to leave it alone for now. I think we're only off by like less than 10 points, which is super unfortunate. But let's go ahead and activate the launch button. Okay, Novak liked. Enough news of your good works has been passed around that people like you. And there is the quest, Come Fly With Me, completed. We gained a whopping 700 experience almost. We've also leveled up. Let's put science to 50. Okay, so that's all I wanted, right? Let's see. We might want to put up speech a little bit. Our speech is so low. But you know what? No. Yeah. Okay, we're good. Now we're going to start maxing guns and sneak. Let's put guns to 50, and let's put sneak to 50 as well. Okay, and we don't get a perk. That's kind of weird. I thought it plays Flight of the Bumblebee when that happens. Like, there should be, you know what, it's probably because we have radio turned off. Yeah, that's what it has to be. But usually it plays Flight of the Bumblebee out of that loudspeaker. And if you don't know what Flight of the Bumblebee is, just look it up on YouTube. I guarantee you've heard that song before. Yeah, so sorry I didn't have the radio on for that because it's pretty cool. But yeah, there we go. We've completed Come Fly With Me. There's a lot of different things you can do with this quest. You know, messing with Chris, depending on if you have speech and certain perks. And also messing with the navigation console. But regardless, we have completed the quest, and we're going to end this episode here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching. In the next episode, we'll move on to something entirely new, and I'll see you guys there. Bye-bye.